behind me is a big enclosure, which somehow I'm getting out of rocking it. I'm not as good as him anyway, so the good news is Mike's up there rocking it. So this whole thing is almost 40 feet, just under 40-foot python cage. He likes ball pythons. I like big snakes. Yep, got bearded dragons, got tortoises. People come in. The idea is I want it to be interactive. Okay. So people come in and feed these. They feed the bearded dragons. Matter of fact, the bearded dragon's eating right now. So he's smacking away, eating some veggies that the person holding the camera probably put in there. He's over there eating up his vegetables, and we got more tortoises and more tortoises.
You got some of the big snakes, obviously. What do you got there?
Oh, come on over here. So here you go. So this is a little section that's temporary. Go ahead and get closer, because you got to get. It's not all about us. It's about the animals. So this here is one of our big, one of the first motley golden childs. Nice big black snake. Take it outside. It just does stupid iridescence. Right here is one of the first leucistics. It's nice, big, beautiful leucistic. This here is what we call party plutonium, and that is titanium. I call it a party plutonium because everything showed up. Platinum, sunfire, super tiger, titanium. So a lot of the genes showed up to that party. That's why I kid around and call it a party plutonium. This is a standard titanium with no genes on it at all, which is a very good looking snake all of it's by itself. And so we got an Argus monitor hanging up in the bush over there. There you go. He made it in the retic section. This is called a party plutonium. Come on. Party plutonium. Now that's the party plutonium. I don't know why I said that. This is actually, hey, I don't got food. Relax. If I can get it out without too much work, come on. It's literally thinking food. Now it's over the food hunt. Now it's on the like, what are you trying to do to me? Why are you taking me out of my perfectly good spot? But check this out. Is this cool or what?
Oh, it's like an also paradox kind of effect.
Correct. It's what it is. I think it's a sunfire that tried to become sunfire. This could be the same snake as that, but it's halfway in between, so it's half expression. See the color down there? That's trying to express out of this, but it's caught in between the two snakes. So it's literally like a half what it is snake. So it tried to be that, but it's really just, which is weird because the codominant stuff usually goes all the way. So I don't really know.
All right, guys, we're back here in the retic room with JT. Buy a reptile on Instagram. He's the guy that's doing them. Shows you all the stuff for sale on that. He's just going to tell us some of the genetics and some of the projects they're working on, some cool snakes they've got. What do you got, JT?
So right away, one of the most exciting new projects. This took us a really long time. We were finally fortunate enough to hit it this year. This is what we call Rainbow, which is a recessive project that we brought in a pair of hets in from Indonesia, I think about 6 years ago, and Tim worked really, really hard to be able to produce these. But since it's a recessive and we were breeding het to het, it just took us kind of a while for the odds to line up. But the future of this gene is just going to be spectacular, as you can see. So we got the main man right there.
Oh, somebody's trying to jump in on our video here. Yeah.
I know how to steal the show.
So let's see some of the crazy bright stuff you got. What's
Don't get much brighter than we already showed you.
You got to have something hidden in here you haven't showed us yet.
Well, of course.
Pretty crazy looking.
This is an orange ghost stripe sunfire. Go ahead. What are you gonna show him?
I was gonna show him the Mochino genetic stripe.
Go ahead, show it to him.
Look at this, guys. He's got freaking snakes to the ceiling. He's probably got snakes in the ceiling.
Uh-oh, quit telling him.
But this right here is a Mochino genetic stripe, which, I mean, for me, I can't pick a favorite between these and the purple stripes. They're very.
Oh, we had to better. We had something cooler today. Yeah. This is here, as you can see, it's basically a purpley tan snake. This is actually, we think, to be a super motley Mochino, possibly a super sun, and platinum. It's got a little bit of dry shed on it. It's still got its baby skin, which makes it thinner than normal, but it's got food in it, so I don't want to. We usually choose to feed them over soak the shed off because it's an important snake to us to grow up, and so we just let it go through the cycle and make its thing happen.
So Jay, I noticed a couple of these on here, some of these labels not say J's on them. You got some secret projects you're holding back?
You know, to be honest, there's nothing secret about it. It's just things I'm in love with and I want to keep. You know, I showed you that. We showed you this one. This one here I think got showed, but man.
Yeah, we looked at this one as well. This one's got a really wild kind of dark pattern on it.
This is my new favorite in the whole shop right here.
Whose?
Oh, this is my new favorite in the shop. It's the best looking thing you've made, I think.
So a lot of times too, when you notice in ball pythons, when you start stacking genes on top of genes on top of genes, you get to 5, 6, 7 genes on a ball, it goes white. I mean, there's 100 different ways to get to a white snake.
Yeah.
Is that true in retics as well?
It depends if you maneuver around them or not.
Okay.
And no, there's a couple snakes that go white, but like this, this snake has 2 genes that can make it go white. It's got platinum, which can make it go white, and it's got phantom, which 2 layers of phantom go white. But the funny part is the 2 layers of phantom are still kind of suspect to not be that strong, and 2 layers of platinum is suspect. So guess what I do?
Don't put them together.
Exactly. And you know, and honestly, white snakes still sell great.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so at the end of the day, it's not a bad thing to have white snakes in any kind of snake, and all black snakes sell really good. And of course, I showed you that big black snake over on the other side. Let's see here.
And are you guys to the point now in retics as well where we're playing the odds for 3 and 4 recessives at a time kind of thing, or?
What do we have? We have genetic stripe, anthrax, albinos. So those are 3 recessive, and we don't have it in Sunfire, so we have a triple recessive.
Okay.
That's the most we have.
You made quad hits this year.
Yeah, I got stupid. I mean, it just keeps going. And one thing that does happen when you get too many of the same similar genes, they start looking similar to each other. And we have had weird situations where 5 gene snake looks like a single gene titanium.
And
So what's the Q? Titanium. And the funny thing is, titanium has the ability to, in its citron form, to tweak things that a lot of things can't be tweaked, and it's like a secret formula, and a lot of people haven't figured that out yet because they're too busy looking at some of the average titanium that some people have. But titaniums can come all different kinds. So really when you buy titanium, don't buy it unless you find one that looks the way you want. And don't be so scared if it costs you a couple more bucks if it's the way you look, because you can chase that look. And if you just go buy them for price, then I guess that's why you don't like the way they look.
so obviously we're in the land of giant snakes back here.
Correct.
Which one's your favorite?
That one right there.
This girl here?
Yep.
This.
That's Juliet.
And how big is she?
She's about 19, 20 feet. And she's awesome. I put her in a big cage up front sometimes, but then she goes off of food. She likes her. It took me 15 minutes. I'd take her out now, but I had a friend here yesterday, and before he took off on his flight, I pulled her out for him, and it took me 15 minutes just to get her to want to come out because she likes her cage so much.
Is that the one? All right, going into the dragon's lair, so to speak. So what we got in here, JT?
This is where we breed all our ball pythons. Now, as most of you guys probably know, we're not known for ball pythons. This is something we started about 2 years ago that we've been working on growing up and getting into new projects. So we're still pretty far behind most people out there, but we're catching up and we're loving doing it, as we say.
And the nice thing too, you'll see when we're looking through these tubs, I don't know if you can tell, I mean obviously Jay's been in the snake game forever and you've been in it for quite a while in that, but if you look closely, it's all DIY, guys. Same kind of stuff we're building at home, just a different design. So you don't have to have tens of thousands of dollars worth of custom caging in that if you don't want. I mean, it's
Jay actually built all our stuff. So.
Jay said he's had these cages, some of these racks upwards of 20 years, so it's good to see that it still works. So what we got?
Older than I am. So the first project, a lot of people have made the panda pieds, and as a lot of you guys know, they've had a lot of problems. So something that I've been working on kind of the past couple years, this is my cinnamon het pied, is I've been doing black pastel pied to cinnamon pied, and I've gotten a lot better results from doing that. Haven't really seen the kinks. And this girl right here, if the odds line up, I bred a black pastel banana het pied to this girl, so I'm hoping on hitting the banana panda pieds and seeing if it looks any different. So sometimes you can't tell when they're throwing in T positive albino in there, but I'm hoping for really dark contrast banana pied basically.
Theoretically, with the panda being a fairly black and white, just very monochrome look, you could theoretically throw a purple and white pied.
That's exactly what I'm hoping for.
That's kind of what we're all shooting for, really. That's kind of playing the Suma game too, with the Suma pied, adding banana to that, same idea.
Same idea, and I think will be a fantastic result when it comes
because the Sumas, for those of you who don't know yet, the mahogany pied, there is only one, correct? The one that Justin Kabilka has. And I've actually got a pair of mahogany het pieds, male and female.
You are lucky.
A match set. So we're raising those up. We're gonna try to make some mahogany pieds this year with the male, regular and pastel. And if that works out, then we'll put one of those males to my girl next year, so I got better odds for hets, obviously. But yeah, we have to work the banana into that. So I think there's gonna be, I think the banana and ultramel in the mahogany pied, the Suma pied plan is where it's gonna be.
That's gonna be exciting right there. We don't work a lot with ultramel yet. That's something that I've been really wanting to get into. I made so many bananas last year. I've just decided hold off a couple of years and get into the ultramel game. But a lot of what we've been doing is all these are, I just threw in some shed from another female, hopefully to get this girl to go. This is a pied that is possibly het for clown. I'm hoping to get really lucky on her. She's so high white, it's hard to tell if there's any markers on her. But hoping that she proves out to be het clown, and we're gonna go ahead and throw in our banana double hit to this girl and see if we can hit a banana clown pied right there.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's almost like she almost looks like a spied because it's got
very similar.
Just the head pattern that. It's one thing.
So this isn't something that's groundbreaking, but I've really started to like the chocolate stuff. I bought a couple of them last year and have just kind of been in love with the way that their color grows. So this is a chocolate pastel right here, and we're going to be doing a lot. I brought some banana cinnamon combos into a lot of these, so I'm hoping to get some really high intensity purple on the T positives. And this girl right here, this is an ivory that I threw a couple different males at her. So there was a highway Enchi I threw her way to get some more highway combos. I also threw, which Jay's gonna kill me for this one, but a black pastel Spectre to get some black pastel super stripes. Everyone loves their highways, but I still go for super stripes over them when I can.
So as you can see, they've got all kinds of crazy stuff back here. Obviously down to baby racks and that, and then there's retics. It looks like grow outs behind us here. But I'm told, JT tells me there's a thing called the trophy room.
It's where we keep our best of the best for ball pythons and retics.
So let's, if you don't mind, we see the trophy room, and I'm going to put you on the spot. There's got to be a favorite.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go see the trophy room and see if we can find JT's favorite. Alright, so back here in what JT told me is the trophy room, where they hold back all of the cool project retics and ball pythons for breeding that they're growing up over the next couple of years or so. So if you don't mind, JT, some of the cool projects you're working on, both retics and balls, and then of course you got to show me your favorite. Absolutely. Even if it's either a favorite of each, that's fine too. So what do you got?
So right off the bat, this is this ball python right here. We're gonna have to wait till we breed it to kind of figure out everything that's in her. I call her David Bowie just because of her coloration on her. But beautiful white pattern. White sides, excuse me, that just contrasts so well with her pattern. So what we know for sure she is a pastel banana. She's got pinstripe in her, she's got Enchi in her, she's got leopard, she's got fader, and then it goes to where we're really not sure, where she's either yellow belly or gravel. I didn't prove out the dad to be either or yet, but he was het one or the other. She's also possibly a Woma. Which I don't think she is, but there's always that chance, and she's also possibly a bling as well, which I'm not too familiar with that gene, so I'll have to wait to breed her to kind of see if she's got it, but she's definitely a really special female that I'm really looking forward to making some really nice stuff with her.
Let's see if we can get a good look at that pattern and color here.
And very little speckling forming too.
Yeah, it's super bright. She's right in the middle of the shed, of course. They always are when you go to film them. But yeah, it's like almost like a kind of a lemon colored, real light, very light color with just a little bit of pattern. Really cool. And if you take a look at her tub, it's just the name is so long it doesn't even fit on here. I'm not even sure what all's in there.
And that is her sister right there, which is just missing a few of the genes that she has, but still a stunning animal. And some people like this one even better.
Super clean, really nice colors and patterns. That's gonna be a hell of a project when figure out what's in there.
Oh yeah. So going straight to a highway.
There you go.
So this is probably my favorite male that I made last year. The same dad made him, so again, I'm not quite certain everything that's in him, but I am in love with the coloration he came out with. Just how bright his yellow is, especially towards the sides with his tail. Just love it with that pattern. Anytime, you know, we're working with leopard or enchi or any of those really heavy pattern genes, it just makes for some really special stuff when you start to throw them together. Pin and enchi have always been one of my favorite combos, and so this girl right here, she's not genetically crazy, but I just was really happy. She was the last one I hatched out from last season, and I've just really, so this is a Spinner Blast Enchi Yellow Belly, and she's gonna go straight to our highest gene highway male, but really, really cool female. Love the colors on her. So this, before the highway, this is a pastel lesser genetic stripe, which genetic stripe I think is one of the most underrated genes with ball pythons. There's so much cool stuff you can do. And we actually had another one of these that was much, much more higher yellow on it. But just a really cool gene combo right there. So this is our pastel, possibly a super pastel highway. And when it comes to highways, we've made higher genes with enchis and other combos, but pastel highway has always been my favorite just because you get blue and yellow, that contrast with these white sides, and this one's in shed and still looks like that.
And that head is just ridiculous.
I remember when these first came out and someone posted them on Facebook, I thought they were photoshopped. Just one of the coolest combos I think.
So what are you working on in the retic game?
So with retics right now, obviously that's mainly what we focus on. We've been doing a lot with the Mochino, which for you ball python guys, like I was saying, this is really similar to the Candino trait. Really stunning colors on it. This is just your regular Mochino motley right here. And then if you add Sunfire and Tiger to that, you get this guy right here. Now the colors on these with retics, you don't really get to see what they're gonna look like until they're about 6 feet. These, we have an adult just like these, and the colors come out so well as they age. Really, really cool gene. My personal favorite one out of this clutch right here, another Mochino Motley Sun Tiger. So this with our anery, we're really excited with this, and this guy just started to shed. Humidity problems with California, so we'll have to put him in a bath. But this is an anery Motley Golden Child. Now, really, really dark coloration on him. We're hoping to add another dose of Motley in to make Anery Golden Child Super Motleys, and hopefully just as jet black as we can possibly get on this.
And I'm hoping this is picking up in the camera. There you go. You can see it. When you get to this, we were talking about earlier, you get to this black snake, and that the iridescence, that rainbowing color is just crazy bright.
On that. So this one right here definitely wants to eat me, which is why he's twitching so much, trying to wrap around me. But this is a Super Motley Titanium Sunfire. I don't know if the camera's picking up the blues, but when you add the titanium to the Super Motley, it throws off these really stunning gunmetal grays and blues, which is one of the reasons we love these guys so much.
And a couple of real small yellow flecking throughout. It's got like yellow spots basically.
And then right here, this one's my favorite. She was right here, so I couldn't wait any longer. But this is a Mochino Anthrax. Now we have a lot coming with this project. We're working towards Mochino Genetic Stripe Anthrax. We have Mochino Sunfire Tiger Anthrax in the incubator, which should allow us to start working towards Mochino Sun Clowns and combos like that. But just the color on this blows me away every day I come into work and check on her, and it just keeps getting better.
And so just a refresher to the Mochino is that allelic double recessive idea, het for both. Yeah. And then the Anthrax is another recessive as well, correct?
Exactly.
In this case, a homozygous version of it.
Exactly, yeah. And so you have one Mocha gene, one Clark strain albino gene, and then 2 Anthrax genes to create this beauty right here.
And if you were to take something like that and put it to, say, another Mochino, could you get a combination of all 3 recessives? And if so, what should that or could it look like?
So that's one of the things we're most excited to do is that breeding, because it'll give us Mochas, which no one has seen a Mocha Anthrax. There's been very few Mochas ever made, but it takes Mochino and makes it even darker. So if you bred those 2 together, you would get Mochinos, you would get Mochas, and you'd get albinos. So a lot of different types of albinism all in one clutch.
And then obviously all of which in that pairing would be 100% het Anthrax.
Or visual Anthrax,
or visuals.
yeah.
So that's your favorite retic in the combo back here in the trophy room.
Absolutely, yeah.
The color and pattern is just ridiculous. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, especially when they're moving around. So where's the favorite ball python in the project?
So definitely my favorite would have been Bowie, the one I just showed you guys. She's without a doubt my favorite pick.
So I'm starting to see a trend here. You seem to like the lighter stuff.
Very much so, yeah.
Everyone's got a favorite. You know, we showed you Jay's, the big Henry, the black retic out there.
The Motley Golden,
yeah. Completely jet black. A lot of people like the more wild type, darker, you know, the chocolate style ball python, stuff like that. I kind of like the lighter stuff too myself.
Yeah.
Working in bananas and fires and clowns and Lucy's and stuff like that. So, hey man, I appreciate you coming back.
Absolutely.
Letting us check everything out. Buy a Reptile on Instagram.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then obviously Prehistoric Pets on Instagram and YouTube. If you check out Buy a Reptile and you see some crazy cool retics for sale, that's JT's voice behind the camera. So if you guys have any questions on retic breeding, ball python breeding, stuff for sale, stuff you're interested in, absolutely hit him up in Instagram and that. And thanks again, man, for having us back here.
Absolutely, it was a great time.
See you guys.